Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Wrestling Talks and Thoughts. I'm your host, Saheem the Dream.
With your boy J Mac Mizzle.
J Mac Mizzle. What's going down? So, Monday Night Raw, news and rumors. Uh, let's get into some news and rumors real quick. All right, if you guys are tuning in on YouTube, please hit the comment section below. Give us a like, give us a subscribe down below. Hit that notification bell every time we go live. And also hit us up on Facebook on our groups page, on our page as well, Wrestling Talks and Thoughts. And hit us up, make your post, chat, communicate with us. So let's get into some news and rumors. AEW might have a new night.
Yeah, so everyone was laughing at NXT for moving to Tuesday's night, thinking that AEW was killing them in the ratings, so they had to move to Tuesday night to get away from the ratings.
Right.
Which is so. A lot of people even said there wasn't a ratings war. But now at the same time, AEW may be forced to do the same thing. So the article reads, the NHL and NBC did not come to a deal. This is thought why NXT moved off Wednesday nights in preparation for NHL's weekly doubleheader. Now AEW could have the same exact issue. Turner was the unexpected winner in the bidding war for the NHL rights package. The NBC Sports Network closure sent out those talks into a tailspin. Now Warner Media owns the rights for 7 years. This 7-year contract will also include 3 Stanley Cup finals, according to the Associated Press. The contract has not been finalized yet. Once it goes through, things could definitely change around the Warner Media. Sources say Turner, TNT, and TBS will pay over the neighborhood of $225 million per season over the next 7 years.
Wow.
No specific programming decision was mentioned at this time. This is a very new and developing story. It is very possible to picture TNT as a likely candidate to host Wednesday night in the NHL games. They already host NBA games. The NHL's Wednesday night doubleheader games could find a new home, and they will be hosted to the Turner channel.
Wow. So AEW might be moving to what, Thursday nights or Tuesday nights?
Yeah, Thursday, yeah.
Thursday or Tuesday, unless they decide they want to go head to head with Raw. Which I definitely want to do.
Well, the way Raw moving right now, I don't know.
No, that is true. Well, the way, yeah, exactly. The way Raw is, they definitely need to up their programming, but we'll get to that in the Raw review. But I guess, they're gonna have to move, man, because TNT is not going to turn down the NHL. Any major sports, basketball, football, baseball, hockey, they're not turning that down. World Series, Stanley Cups, NBA playoffs, stuff like that. They're not going to turn any of that stuff down. Not at all. Ant-Man, what's up?
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Y'all, my fault.
It's all right. It's all good.
In the Cesaro section over there.
Yeah. So right now, we're just getting into some news and rumors. Right now, our current topic is AEW might have a new night. Apparently, TNT signed a deal with the NHL to have.
Yeah, I was just reading that earlier. I was like, damn, hockey taking over, huh?
Yeah, to have hockey on TNT. So look like AEW might be moving in nights.
So what, Tuesday?
From Tuesday to Thursday.
Or Monday or Friday.
I'm trying to think because they air basketball on TNT too. I'm trying to think what days they air basketball on TNT. I think it's Tuesday, Thursday, right?
It's Tuesday and Thursday, I believe.
If they air on Thursday, then they'll be going head to head with Impact, right? Because Impact is on Thursday, right?
Impact is Tuesday.
Impact is Tuesday?
Nobody watches Impact.
I think Impact is Tuesday. I don't even know, bro.
They might have to go to Saturday nights, late nights like Ring of Honor.
So who's on Thursday?
And I heard main event is back on TV now.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I heard.
They're not network anymore, so.
Because Mustafa Ali and Ricochet main event. I seen Mustafa post something on Twitter.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. Mustafa Ali makes a bold claim. Speaking of which, let's get into that real quick. So Mustafa Ali makes a bold claim. This is what he put out on Twitter. I believe it was a day ago. The feud between Mustafa Ali and Ricochet resumed during Monday's WWE main event TV tapings. WWE taped the following matches on Monday before Raw to air on Thursday's main event episode: Ricochet versus Ali and Drew Gulak versus Akira Tozawa. Ali tweeted after the main event taping and said his match will be the best WWE match of this week. Hashtag main event Mustafa hashtag main event Mustafa returns this week. It's going to be the best match of the week too, he wrote. Ricochet and Ali feuded for several months last year as Ali tried to recruit Ricochet into Retribution. Their last match came on the December 28th Raw show, which Ali won. Before that, Ali defeated Ricochet on the November 9th Raw show, and Ricochet defeated Ali on the September 24th main event episode. This was Ali's first match since losing to Riddle on the April 5th Raw, and his first bout since the Retribution storyline was done away with. Stay tuned for more on Ali and Ricochet. Below is a full tweet from Ali. So I'm reading an article on Wrestling Inc. He tweeted a picture of himself and made a comment talking about it's going to be the best match. Sounds like it's going to be a good match, Ali and Ricochet. I think it's going to be a good one, possibly. But that's his claim. Says it's going to be the best match this week. So I guess he's trying to build some hype toward the show main event. It's interesting that the fact that they even Ricochet is even on main event. I didn't even know the main event was still even going on.
Me neither. I think it just came back.
No, I think it was weekly. I think they still had it weekly. It was on the network exclusive. So
right.
So like I would go through and I'd be like, oh, main event, because it was always in a recent section, but I would never go to it.
Yeah, me either. I would see it all the time and never watch like one episode at all.
Yeah, not one.
At all. I don't think I've viewed any of them since like I think the earlier 2000s maybe, or even that. Remember Heat and Metal?
Oh wow, yeah. Sunday Night Heat.
Sunday Night Heat.
Sunday Night Heat was actually good though.
Yeah, but that was before. But Sunday Night Heat gave you a show before, like you get Sunday Night Heat before pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So it was the build toward the pay-per-view. It got you all prepared.
Was Metal the underground one where they was fighting in the train station?
That was Shotgun Set, wasn't it?
Shotgun Set.
That's the other one. Yeah,
the first couple of weeks they was in Penn Station. The first couple episodes they was in Penn Station.
Right.
I remember Taker main evented with Triple H. And tombstoned them on the escalator, son.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shotgun. I remember that, man. Oh, man. Metal. I remember it was Saturday Night Metal. Oh man. Yeah, man.
But I don't believe that claim is bad though. I mean, depending on what happened. I mean, only thing he would have to really contend with would maybe be like what happens on NXT, because there's really good, like, think about it. Good matches on Raw.
Yeah.
Right? Good matches on SmackDown. Depends on who it is. So I mean, the only match they would have to really go up against is whatever NXT has, to be honest. And if he's saying best match for the week, it's not a hard claim.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's not. But I mean, they're both excellent performers. So if they actually get that that level of carte blanche to kind of really just do whatever they want to do and really put on a great match, then I definitely believe that they both can put on a great match.
So what was the best match of last week in you guys' opinion?
Of last week?
Yeah.
Probably Matt Riddle and Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, whatever the match.
You think that was better than Cameron Grimes and Kyle O'Reilly?
I forgot about that match.
Cameron Grimes.
To the moon.
To the moon.
So you see they're about to start a feud with him and DiBiase.
Who?
Cameron Grimes.
And DiBiase.
Yeah, $1 Million Man.
Yeah, they're going at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, DiBiase?
Yep.
Yeah, not Junior.
$1 Million Man.
On NXT?
Yeah.
Ted DiBiase was on it?
No, not yet. He's gonna be on there.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be his manager.
Yeah, I know they're gonna go at it for a little bit, like back and forth. But yeah, he made it end up being a manager or something.
Yeah.
But I know $1 Million Man tweeted like he's about to work with some guy that's trying to be like him in NXT, and then on NXT, I think Cameron Grimes he put a bid in for something, and he was outbid by $1 Million Man.
That could work. Cameron Grimes is entertaining. I mean, he's definitely he's like a jobber, but he's entertaining. He's not one of the guys I would definitely put my money on. Cameron Grimes is going to be the next North American champion.
I think he is though. I think he is.
He might be, but
I think he might be ahead of. He might be a little bit ahead of Dexter Lumis. A little bit ahead.
You think so? I like Dexter. I mean, I would choose Dexter Lumis over Cameron Grimes, though. I mean, I would definitely choose him.
They need to give Lumis somebody a mic. He needs a mouthpiece.
Yeah, because him not talking is just okay.
Yeah, him not talking and him being a champ is gonna be weird.
Really? I mean, I think that's the whole part of the mystique of his character.
Yeah, the drawing, the paintings and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but he needs a mouthpiece.
But that would be dope. I mean, he gets to go perform. Don't gotta cut promos.
He's been I think he's been wrestling for a whole year without talking.
Yeah, he didn't talk. Yeah. He hasn't talked yet.
Yeah.
I mean, he got a little shorty. You know what I'm saying? Indy Hartwell is head over heels for him.
Yeah. So
she went out her way to try to get a kiss from homeboy. So
who's that?
Indy Hartwell.
He was trying. Wait, what happened?
She been trying to get with him. She been trying to kiss him. She faked she was knocked out so she can kiss him. So he took her to the back, and it's a sort of kind of romantic little storyline that maybe developed
with Cameron Grimes.
No.
With Dexter.
Oh, with Dexter. Oh, you talking about with yeah. That's hilarious. Yeah.
I'm glad they stopped that Murphy and Aaliyah storyline. That was horrible.
Oh, that was hard. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. They could do so much. Oh, Buddy Murphy. Jesus, man.
Yeah, they slept on him. They should have sent him to NXT. I think they should have sent him back.
Yeah. I don't think they should have sent him back.
I think he's okay with it because I think if he goes to NXT, he'll get lost in the show because he wasn't really that big in NXT. He was a tag team wrestler.
Yeah. He was a good tag team, though.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, him and Billy. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good tag team. A lot of people slept on that tag team.
Yeah, he did. He needs to get back with Alexa Bliss. He needs to do whatever he got to do to make that work.
But I think right now with this Mustafa and Ricochet, I think they both could use each other to get back to where they need to be.
Yeah.
If they keep having a good whatever main event matches, they probably have a rematch next week most likely. Maybe it could do something. Yeah. Maybe they could they need each other like how The Rock needed Austin. Maybe this could be it.
Yeah. It's just sad that. Oh, we'll talk about that when we get to Raw. But yeah, they need to do something.
Yeah, something needs to work. Something got to give.
Yeah, I think they'll pull something out. Triple H wants a Hall of Fame location. So it's been reported that Triple H wants an actual physical location of the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. So Triple H's idea for a physical Hall of Fame, for me to say it's on the way makes it sound like we're already building it. It's definitely something we're contemplating. It has to be done right. It's funny people go, that would be fascinating to go and see somebody's old trunks, Hall of Fames like that. Physical Hall of Fames and museums like that tend to be money pits and not do well over time. People lose interest. You need to make something more like, I think of interactive with technology and the way it is now with those objects. There are the objects that are there and things people can see and be wowed by. But also there are reasons to keep going back. I'm of the opinion that needs to be more of a thing that you go one time and go. That was neat. I saw some boots, but you gotta go see this. This virtual this. There's a virtual this. There's a 3D that. There's a technology that make you go to another level like Disney, where you go see these incredible things, but have these mind blowing experiences around WWE. You can spend a day there. You can go there and meet some legends and see people doing Q&As, and maybe it's part of our developmental where there's matches happening. There's a lot of thought being put into it, and a lot of being put around. If you were to say that it's not clear my decision yet, it's not my final decision, but you always say there's something that I'm bullish about and doing in the future. Absolutely.
That's kind of like if you watch, that's what they was doing in that episode of You watch Treasures? Anybody watch the first episode of WWE Treasures after the Austin biography on A&E last week?
I need to watch all of them. I haven't seen that one of them.
Yeah, I mean, are they on demand?
I don't know. I know it's on A&E.
I'm gonna check my app later to see.
Yeah, well, when you see the first episode of Treasures, Triple H was actually talking about that. That's why they making that show. They got they're going around looking for like original stuff that wrestlers that they lost, basically. Like the first episode was about Foley's mask, his original Mankind mask from '96, the original Cactus Jack little Garn t-shirt, and the original Mr. Sacco. And so Triple H wants to open up like he was saying, like a actual Hall of Fame with everybody's stuff in it. So that's what they was talking about in that first episode of Treasures. So that's kind of interesting that he's trying to do that, because they have this big warehouse. They showed the WWE warehouse, but they just have everything just laying around. Like,
so where do you guys think they will put it? Florida or Connecticut?
Connecticut.
Yeah,
Maybe
I don't know. Connecticut. I think they're gonna go with Florida, bro.
Yeah, Florida's bigger. Yeah,
they've been so comfortable there lately.
Yeah.
But then again, they would have to. I don't know. Where would they put it at in the performance? I don't know. They would have to build like a whole new.
Yeah, they would definitely have to have a whole new for it.
So maybe Connecticut would be the best place for it, because.
Yeah, I was thinking Connecticut because that's where the headquarters is located.
Yeah.
Right.
But then I was like, Florida. But then you said Florida. I was like, yeah, Florida probably would be better because it's bigger on wrestling. Like you'll more likely have more visitors in Florida than you would at Connecticut.
But if you think about it, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in Cleveland.
Yeah.
But I think that was for a reason, because at the time they built the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, rock and roll was like really, really, really big, like really, really big.
Yeah, so, it was big. It was a big rock and roll scene in Cleveland. So I mean, I haven't been there, but Cleveland. But I think it's gonna be good though. I think it's gonna be expensive. I know that. I know it's not gonna be no little $20 ticket.
Yeah. Then again,
It's a museum of memorabilia. It shouldn't really be that expensive. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you may see. You're not gonna see no. Now, I think the tickets may be one price, but it may be like Six Flags prices. You know, like was it like $50, $60 to get in Six Flags, something like that.
Yeah.
So maybe around that, because you know what I'm saying, he's trying to have interactive and a Q&A with some breast superstar, and you know, then he's trying to have like performance center matches, you know, developmental matches. So
It'll be like WrestleMania access, basically.
right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, but I know like if they do open up a physical location, they're definitely going to have some older superstars show up. They're definitely going to have some Hall of Famers show up.
Yeah.
Do some autograph signings, and you know what? I would tell you, it's definitely going to be lucrative because I can see it now. When they open up a physical location, they're probably going to do like signings and you know do different types of events. You know where people can just come and fly in, and you know go there to the physical location, have conversations, chop it up with their favorite superstars from the past and present and stuff like that, and do all that. So it will actually be a good look for them and for the superstars to get more connected with the fans. So I think that would actually work. It would be more lucrative because I know they're going to do more than just have memorabilia. They're going to have wrestlers showing up there.
Yeah, because they have Xbox. I mean, Xbox.
You got it right the first time.
They got Scott Steiner and Marty Jannetty doing security. I mean, they get ready to do it big.
He's a Marty Jannetty.
Yeah, Marty Jannetty and Scott Steiner, and Jeff Jarrett will be Elevator Man.
All right, listen. Scott Steiner, nah, man. Scott Steiner will probably sign an autograph. As far as Jeff Jarrett and Marty Jannetty, I can agree with that, man.
Big Booty Daddy.
I don't think Steiner will be allowed in the building.
Right,
yeah. Crazy. Yo, Steiner's a nutcase, man. Steiner's a nut, yo. Oh man, I never heard so many bad stories about one wrestler, yo. Oh man, he was one of the worst, yo.
I think Steiner is the worst when it comes to bad stories. Yeah.
Now I heard some bad stuff, man. I heard about Andre. I heard about Jimmy, and that was what's his name?
Duggan?
No.
Snooker.
Jimmy Valentine, not Valentine.
Oh yeah. Greg Valentine.
Greg.
Yeah, with the long hair.
Greg the Hammer Valentine. Yeah.
Greg the Hammer Valentine. Right, I heard about him. Shoot, who else I heard about? I heard about Flair. I heard about Ole Anderson. Melina, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, everybody heard of Shawn. Yeah.
Hogan. To me, Hogan wasn't bad. Beside that whole camera situation, but most of the stuff the claims they made about him made sense. But it was just like, bro, you already on, like he's on top, like he's the man. Like whatever he did was no different from what Bob Backlund, Bruno Sammartino did, where they always felt like they needed to win. And that's how it was back in that time. You know, Flair did the same thing, you know, but stuff about like just what Shawn Michaels used to do, like how Shawn Michaels got 2 titles because he didn't want to lose to wrestlers. He didn't want to put wrestlers over. So he would fake injuries or give up the title, like the IC title or the heavyweight title, just so he would have to lose.
Did you ever hear the Shawn story about, remember the first ladder match between him and Razor?
Yeah, I hear the story about that.
Did you hear the backstage story about that? Was that Shawn didn't want to give up his Intercontinental title. That's why they both was wearing the belt at that time.
Wow, makes sense. Sound like Shawn.
Sound like Shawn's real like a jerk backstage. Like,
yeah, he said he was. He said when he was popping them pills and when he lost his smile, they said he was a real jerk backstage, yo, real jerk.
Word. It's because of him that we never got Shawn and Brett Part 2 at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he faked that whole injury. Then shoot, what I want to say?
He didn't want to lose the Brett, right? That's what it was, right?
Yeah, he want to drop the Brett. He didn't want to lose the Brett because Brett was like, they asked Vince came to Brett and he was like, hey, you know, we have you going against Shawn this year at WrestleMania, and he was like, would you mind dropping the title to him? He was like, sure. You know, he's like, all right, no problem. Then they fought, you know, he dropped the belt to him, whatever. And then Brett said he could remember as soon as like, you know, Sean was in that moment of getting the belt, he said that's when like his whole attitude just changed. He was like, when he was in the ring after they had their match, the Iron Man match, and Brett said he wanted to go up to him and shake his hand, you know, good match. And Sean told the referee to tell Brett to get the F out the ring because I'm having my let me have my moment, get the F out the ring. And then Brett was like, wow. So then Brett was like, all right, he left the ring. He said he didn't try to think too much on it. He said, but then as time was going on, when they would talk about what they were going to do with the next year's WrestleMania, because Sean was supposed to hold the belt the whole year until the next WrestleMania, and they were supposed to have that match. That's when all of a sudden Sean lost his smile and his leg hurt. And then he leaves, and then he comes back, and then he's doing backflips off the turnbuckle. And he was like, your leg hurt. You doing backflips off the turnbuckle? And he was like, he knew that Sean was doing that to rub it in his face. And Sean, you know, when they had the conversation, when they actually sat down, when they were holding and talk, Sean was like, no, you know, my leg was actually hurt. He said I was doing that because I knew the perception was that he was mad at me for not continuing on. He said, but I was actually injured. He said, so I knew what you were saying about me to Vince. He said, so he said, I was the kind of guy that would add more, you know, fuel to the fire, and I'll do things to provoke people.
Yeah.
But I'm like, bro, you could have like still just held the belt and did something to have that match. Like, and then you come back a few months later just to win the belt from Sid. I was like, man, this freaking guy. Man.
Yeah, because none of them was in the main event the year after that.
Yeah.
The main event at 13 was, I think, was it Sid and Taker or Diesel and Taker? I think it was Sid and Taker.
We got the almighty CR21 sub. What's up, almighty? Thank you for joining us.
And I think that's when, and the year, well, it's crazy how things work out though, because look, that year was the same year with the I Quit match with Austin and Bret Hart.
Yeah.
The year after that, yeah. So it's crazy. So things happen for a reason, bro.
Yeah. That's true.
We would never have Austin probably. Austin probably wouldn't, you know, it would have probably been a later blossom for him, but that's when the Austin era really started, really.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's true. You're right. You're right. And you know, it's funny too. Things definitely do happen for a reason, and karma definitely does come back around to bite you because it's so funny how Shawn Michaels had his backstage politics, but when he fought Hogan,
Hogan
don't like to lose to smaller guys. But it makes sense in his character because again, Hogan is like he was like the Goldberg before Goldberg. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he was a Hulk. Like the whole point is that he's a big, strong guy, like who always wins. Like that's the point of his character. But when he fought Shawn, him and Shawn were supposed to run a trilogy of matches. And the first match they had,
the SummerSlam match, right?
Yeah.
That's when Shawn was like fake heel and saying all this stuff.
Yeah, fake heel, right? And then every time Hogan would hit him during the match, Shawn would get extra dramatic and flip all over the ring and fly around he's overselling everything.
He sold that one. That was a good sell.
And he got pissed off because Hogan said like they was like, all right, we're gonna do a trilogy of matches. And then when it came closer to the event, Hogan was like, nah, he dubbed that. He was like, you know what? Now we only gonna do one match and I'm gonna win. And Shawn was heated. He was like, what? Because Hogan was supposed to win the first one. Shawn was supposed to win the second one. Then they were supposed to do a third match. And I guess Hogan was either going to win it or they were going to figure out some kind of finish for the match or whatever.
Hogan and Rock never had a part two, right?
No, they had part two. They had two matches.
And Hogan won that. Hogan won the second one.
Yeah, Hogan won the second one.
What was the pay-per-view after Mania?
I think it was. I'm trying to find it. I'm gonna look it up though, but they definitely had a part two. The first match they had was when he was in black and white. Second match was when he was in red and yellow.
All right, so it probably was the Mania after. Because I don't remember their second match.
Yeah, but to me, it made sense for why Hogan put over. When Hogan put over The Rock, it made sense, and Hogan and everything aligned. It was at WrestleMania. The Rock was a big star at the time. You got a legendary Hogan who, you know, finally showed back in WWE. They about to fight, and then it's like, Hogan looked at it like passing the torch. Like, all right, this is the guy. Like, but I felt like Hogan versus The Rock was a better matchup than Hogan versus Austin, in my opinion. I thought it was better.
Yeah. Hogan versus Orton. I wasn't really feeling that at the time.
Yeah.
Hogan.
Yeah.
I mean, Austin and Hall was good. You know?
Yeah. I thought the match was all right.
Yeah, the Austin and Hall match was better. Austin doesn't like that match though.
Yeah, he hates that. He said it's one of the worst matches he ever. He said one of the worst. He said,
like that.
And he said he doesn't blame Hall. He said it's just that. He said it's just that. Just how, just everything around the match or just the matchup. But I think he was more so jealous of the factor of Rock and Hogan, because that was like that match stole WrestleMania. Like Triple H was fighting Jericho for the whatchamacallit, for
the title.
Right, for the titles. And
that was Hunter's first pay-per-view back. Well, second.
Yeah, second pay-per-view back, and it was just like, yo, Hogan. It was Hogan and The Rock. It was like,
it just literally ruined Hunter's comeback story. It was like,
yeah, it did. It really did.
Because nobody had no energy after that match in that arena.
Yeah, that was it. And I think that match happen before Jericho and Triple H?
Yeah. Because Triple H wanted to go before them. He said it. He spoke on it. He said me and Jericho was trying to everybody was trying to say get The Rock and Hogan in the main event because they knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah, they knew. Yeah, it was Yeah, that's one of my favorite WrestleMania matches. Like I still watch that match and get entertained. And that's the thing about wrestling. Like the biggest part of wrestling is entertainment and the sports entertainment. And it's like when we talk about wrestlers and we talk about matches and so forth, it's like, we watch certain matches and it's like, wrestling, like the wrestling match itself. Like if you watch like a match, let's talk about Ricochet and like Mustafa Ali. Like those guys are wrestle and put together a good wrestling match. You know what I'm saying? Which would be entertaining, but it's because the buy-in to their personality and their promo work will not be as high as a Hogan and a Rock. Yeah. So when people are watching this match, you'll get some cheers and you'll get like, this is awesome and like this is a great match. But then when you look at a Hogan and a Rock, because the buy-in to their personas is so high, you get higher chance and you get less, dazzling moves, but because of their personas clashing and the way they work the match, you'll get way more cheers and way more pops. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many different so many different cues that they do during the match that people can react to, like Hogan doing this, Hogan flexing his muscles, The Rock doing the people's elbow, The Rock doing this, just bring it. So it's like so many cues people just respond to versus like a Ricochet or like a Ali if they were at like a hot. So, well, let's get to Raw, man.
All right.
So Ant, you have a few things you need to say. You need to get off your chest.
Listen, man. I don't know where Raw is going. I just go over review and we just talk about it as you go down the review, man.
I mean, you can start it off and just go ahead, man.
Listen, I don't know why everybody's so excited about this Randy Orton, Matt Riddle tag team.
You're not with
bro. After I read up about it or why they're doing it, I was very disappointed.
Okay, so what was the reason?
They're gonna stop giving. This is why I respect Orton better more now. They was gonna stop the push on Riddle, and Orton said he wanted to work with him. Orton stepped up like, you guys are not gonna ruin this one, like basically.
Wow.
And that's what happened. I was reading it today on Sportskeeda today. It was like, Orton stepped up and because they was gonna stop the push. He wasn't gonna get his rematch against Sheamus, like you could see. That's out of the picture.
Yeah. So I did also see that they were trying to, like, he's gonna be more like an R-Truth, like a comedic backstage presence.
But he's not. He's really the new RVD, man.
I'm gonna say this. I don't know if I said this like a few episodes ago. I'm gonna say this. I seen when Riddle fought that match against Randy Orton, and I seen that match. I said this guy could be the next Hogan, the next Cena. He could be that guy. Like he could literally, Matt Riddle could be that dude because he had like, and I know like I get it. Like I know like it's like, oh, he has the like surfer surfer dude kind of person, but it's the way, you know, it's his persona. Like he's funny, his character, he's relatable. He's so relatable, and not only that, but he's a great wrestler. You know what I'm saying? And again, his promo work is great. Like he's entertaining to watch all the time. All the time. Like you always want to see him. You know what I'm saying?
If you ask me, he's probably the best transition wrestler from UFC I've ever seen in my life.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Who we had?
Shamrock.
Okay. Shamrock. Dan Severn.
Dan Severn, Tank Abbott, all of them. They was all
Abbott. Yeah.
Riddle.
Yeah, he definitely was. Absolutely.
Male and female. I don't care who you compare him with from UFC, male and female.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he definitely would. I would say in second. I say second to him will probably be who?
Shayna Baszler.
Shayna Baszler. I was gonna say Shamrock.
I wouldn't put her second. I'll put Shamrock second.
Shamrock over Shayna?
Yeah.
Well, not her main roster run, her NXT run.
NXT run, yeah. I mean, even though Shamrock was like a 4-move guy, but he was still kind of entertaining, you know.
Yeah, he was.
Don't let him snap. Yeah, he's gonna snap.
Wait, was he really a 4-move guy?
You know, he was belly to belly like 8 referees.
Was he really like 4 moves?
Yeah.
Shamrock ain't do too much. Ankle lock.
Yeah, the ankle lock, belly to belly.
He made you a Hurricanrana.
Yeah, Hurricanrana and a Daniel Bryan kick.
Oh man, I don't remember too much of his matches. I just knew that he had like a great character. Like he punched.
I don't even remember his match with Billy Gunn because like Billy Gunn's like my favorite wrestler, one of my favorite wrestlers, my top 5. So I only remember his matches because of Billy Gunn, really.
You said Billy Gunn is one of your favorite wrestlers?
Yeah.
Like top 5?
Yeah.
Billy Gunn, Mr. Ass.
He said, "Mr. Ass."
Mr. Ass, man. Yo, I was like the only kid that used to like him. Like, I'm like, yo, I don't like Billy Gunn. Like,
no, I was a fan of Billy Gunn too. I was a fan of Billy Gunn until like, until like it was just like his character compared to other up and comers, and just how he seasonally like developed his character never really panned out to the way I thought it would pan out. So like
that's who people should be comparing Dolph to. There's a lot of similarities there, but just Billy Gunn's taller.
Honestly, that's who we were comparing to him at first when he came out with the tights and the boots.
Yeah.
When he came out with the pants and with
the lips on him. Yeah,
that's when he transitioned from Billy Gunn to Shawn Michaels. He started doing the famous stuff. So he was like, okay, Billy Gunn. Then he went from Billy Gunn to Heartache Kid, and it was like all down from there.
But yeah,
but see, the difference between Dolph Ziggler and the difference between Dolph Ziggler and Billy Gunn is that Dolph is a better wrestler. In my opinion, I think Dolph is a better wrestler. Dolph will give you a better match. Like, and Dolph has more personality. Like Billy Gunn, he used to come out. He didn't really say too much.
Said 2 words. That was the words he said. 2 words.
That was
2 words for you. That's it.
That's it. As I'm saying. But yeah, who was he talking about? So
Raw. What are you talking about? Raw.
Raw, yeah, Monday Night Raw.
But what I did like before you go on though, the T-Bar and Mace taking off their masks. I like that.
Yeah. See that made, and that I like that too. And I feel like I was watching it last night, and I said to myself, they could do more with these guys. They could do a lot more. I see potential. I see a lot of potential with T-Bar and Mace. This is what I wanted to say. With Matt Riddle and Randy Orton, that's a good look. Like that was a good look. That's the thing. I've heard some stories about like even with Kofi and Daniel Bryan. When that whole Kofi Mania situation happened, Daniel Bryan petitioned to Vince McMahon to have Kofi take the belt off of him at WrestleMania. He went to Vince. It was like, yo, I want Kofi to be my opponent, and I want Kofi to take the belt off me at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? And I like stuff like that when I hear stories, and that's why I have so much respect for Daniel Bryan. Like, it's just the way he does things to put himself in certain scenarios but yet create opportunities for other people. And I like when other wrestlers do that because they understand like this show is not, it's not a one-man show. Like this show goes on because of how other talents help other talents. Like if we had like one thing I definitely do appreciate about Sean is that Sean had a lot of WrestleMania appearances, but he lost a lot of matches. But it wasn't because it was about him winning. It was about him just putting on a great performance and putting on great matches. Like, you know, so, you know, even with his matches against Undertaker and his match against John Cena, you know what I'm saying, him showing up at WrestleMania, even though he was losing and even though he was in a title picture, it was just like, you know, it's not about me winning. It's about giving you guys a great match and building something great. So I appreciate about Randy Orton with Matt Riddle, because the fact that Randy Orton of his sway and his caliber, you know, joining up with Matt Riddle, I'm telling you, this Rated RK Bro is going to take off, man.
It just happened. Like, I mean, it's going to be good, but they just threw it on us. Like now, Randy Orton's a baby face again. Like, just set a guy on fire a couple months ago.
Yeah, it's gonna be right. He did. He literally just murdered somebody a couple of episodes ago. He murdered the feed on live TV.
Yeah, and he was threatening to kill Alexa Bliss. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Randy's yeah. I mean, that's true. That's true. But it's the odd couple effect, you know. It's
it's like, you know what it reminds me of? It's like that movie with Adam Sandler and Jack Nicholson. What was the name of that movie?
Oh yeah, shoot.
What was it? Anger Management?
Yeah.
That was a funny movie.
Yeah. Oh, so Si, I got something for you at the end of the show.
All right.
So about your Dolph Ziggler, right?
Yeah, the Heartache Kid.
We're gonna get into that.
Wait, why Dolph Ziggler was never given proper pushing? Oh yes, please.
Yeah, I read that. Yeah. That guy's got a lot of backstage heat, man.
Yeah, let me who, Dolph Ziggler?
Yeah.
Now we'll finish Raw and then we'll come back to that. But so is it safe to say that Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander are jobbers now?
Who, Cedric Alexander? Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, that's like, bad, man.
You go first off, you lose to the New Day, you lose your tag titles, and you just go on a losing streak from there. You lose to Bobby Lashley one-on-one matches, then you lose consecutive weeks to the Viking Raiders. Now you lose to Randy Orton and rated RK Bro. Like it's over.
Yeah. You know, and that's what I hate. I don't like the fact that Vince. I mean, I don't like the fact that the creative is not establishing their champions as champions. See, like back in the day, like remember, like on Raw and SmackDown, like when a person was a champion or they had a title on them or they put a title on them, it was to show that this person was like top talent. So even after losing their title, they would at least have some level of momentum after losing the title, winning some matches or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Because of their character. But it's like now it seems like the title makes the person rather the person making the title.
Yeah, because you could use Riddle for example like that. He lost to Sheamus, then he lost to Lashley. The next night he got embarrassed by Lashley.
Yeah. I mean, well, him losing to Lashley made sense. I was fine with that. But him, but he did win against Randy though.
Yeah.
So Randy put him over. So Randy can keep that momentum up with him.
Because Vince was going to put him right back down.
Yeah. Right. And I don't like that. It's like, but it's crazy because they took the title off of Riddle to give it to Sheamus, you know, who's stinking up the place again. Like, get out of here, stinking up the place. They give the belt to Sheamus, who does his, you know, his open challenge or whatever, and it's not even entertaining. It's like I don't even care. Do you care? Do you care about it, Anthony? I just want to know. Do you care about Sheamus's open challenge?
Only if Keith Lee answers it. That's it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even care about it. Like, so
you know.
I don't know. It's like it's certain people. It don't matter what you do with them or what spotlight you put on them. People, I just feel like Sheamus is in a wrong business. I always feel like that. Like I feel like he probably should have been a weight trainer. He should have been He should have stuck into the gym. Like
bar owner or something.
yeah, something. Not an entertainer. And don't get me wrong, Sheamus can cut an interesting and entertaining promo, but it's just like it's just like something about him does not resonate with me.
Your boy answered his challenge, huh? I see your boy's back on TV too, huh?
Who's that?
What's his name? He got all jacked up.
Alberto Carrillo.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a bum.
Yeah, and then it's like whatever. Right, it's like two wrestlers. I mean, Alberto Carrillo, like he has potential there, but like Sheamus is just like, and so what's bad about this is that it go two ways, right? Because Alberto Carrillo could actually make a career off of beating Sheamus, or his career is just going to go down further and he's going to get buried if this feud is not treated properly. But Alberto Carrillo has not done anything to make us care about him enough.
Yep.
And that's the problem. So
it's like they try to keep throwing him on us. The first time what feud was he a part of?
The Mysterio feud.
Yeah, he threw him in that. Like, well, what is his business with this? Like,
right.
Now, here he goes again.
Hey, yo, because he's Hispanic, so they got to keep them all together.
Yeah, they gotta keep them all together. LWO for life, man.
Right.
Right. It's like all right. You know, it's like Vince was like, it's like the creator went backstage like, all right, we'll grab all the Latinos, put them together, and have them. It was so weird. Like I'm like, I don't know, this borderline racist. Like,
hey, Ray, you're Mexican. Humberto Carrillo, you're Mexican. Andrade, what are you? All right, you get out there. Angel Garza, what are you? Yeah, you go out there too. There we go. Go have fun.
Yeah, it's just like what it would like even with Angel Garza and Andrade, Rey Mysterio. Like I'm just like, why are they putting all the Latinos together? Like what is this? Like I'm like, what is going
why
on?
they always feuding with each other, right?
Yeah, like
damn, they're killing each other.
Right. And then the feud lasted so long. I'm just like, yo, let this angle go. Like this is not working. And it's crazy to me because I'm like, I know we're watching the same show. Like,
not to mention Zelina Vega was the manager outside on time.
Right, exactly. They just like packed them all together. I'm like, yo, come on, man. Like, I didn't like that, man. I didn't like that at all. And then Andrade deserved better. He deserved way better. Andrade's another one that should have never been released. He should have feuded with other people.
He had a conversation with Randy Orton, which was the deciding factor for him to leave. I have the article also.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We definitely need to get in that too, man. Let me pin that up.
Randy Orton put some sense in his head.
Yeah. I was saving it for the show, but yeah.
You would think, like, he had a talk with Randy Orton. You would think Randy Orton would be like, just stay and be patient.
It's like, yo.
Oh wow.
He's an age. Randy Orton is. I mean, I heard he's an a-hole backstage, but I mean, to a certain extent, I guess he's becoming older and wiser. So
they call him that because he's going to tell you how it is. Randy Orton's one of them guys. He's going to tell you, your match sucked. He's one of those guys. He's one of them.
Yeah, he's going to tell you straight, just like that.
I'm being a military guy too. Yeah.
And then look at his father and grandfather. They look like they was hard on him. Like,
right. Yeah. Yes, that's crazy.
They come up in the business on his own. He didn't use really. They had his father with him for like the Undertaker feud, and that was about it. But besides that, when he first came in, they wasn't saying this is Cowboy Bob Orton's son, Randy Orton. It was just Randy Orton.
Yeah.
And then Saheem, your favorite part of Monday Night Raw, the Queen is reinstated.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
I knew when they said that, I said, yo, come on, man. Now this is a gimmick.
I didn't know what was worse, her being reinstated or Sheamus showing up with that daggone United States title. I couldn't tell which one was worse.
My thing is, but that's the same angle that they ran with Nia Jax prior to, was it Mania or Royal Rumble, when she attacked the official, and she had to come back next week and apologize. And she apologized. It's the same angle at the end of the day.
They're trying to make her the female Stone Cold, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, you apologized to me. You said that you didn't see Rhea Ripley interfere, so I'm like, what the hell?
It's so interesting because they're going to keep trying to force Charlotte down our throats to the point where she's going to be sober. She's going to be like a she's going to be like the Nasty Boys. Yeah, like John Cena. You know what's so crazy? Because John Cena was like the Nasty Boys. He was.
Yeah, homie.
It was nothing he can do. Nothing he can do was would win anybody over. Like John Cena was putting together classic matches and he still was getting booed. Like you suck because you suck because he really sucks. And that's the thing about Charlotte. Charlotte's a great talker. Cena's a great talker, but it's like, yo, just get out of the heavyweight title picture. Like run an angle with somebody else. Like do something else, but just move out of the picture.
Yeah, Cena never moved out the picture. Besides when he was feuding with KO, I'm like, he's finally doing something now.
Right. And around that time, that's when he started to move out of the heavyweight picture. But then somehow he showed up in that title picture, and when he showed up, he won. And it was just like, it's like I just rushing this thing. It's like you move him out, you put him in a heavyweight title picture. As soon as he gets his first match, he wins. And it's like, okay, like just make it predictable. Like you're still with the predictability.
Yeah.
So
it's like, hey, AJ, we're gonna give you the belt, but down the road you're gonna lose to Cena.
Right.
So it's like, oh, all right.
Oh man. Bobby Lashley shows up. So the triple threat is confirmed. Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre. Apparently, they said the ratings viewership was down about 7%. I think last week they had 1.900. The article says 1.907 million views. It went down about 7% to 1.775 million views. So, and then in the first hour, they actually had 2 million viewers. But then it went down. The first hour last week, they had 2 million views. Then it went down to 1,880,000. Then I think it ended off at 1.907. And then this week, they went completely down.
Yeah, they have the same main events every week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Main events just Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre versus this person. Drew McIntyre versus this person. Drew McIntyre is 6-on-1. Like,
oh man,
guy can't lose. He can't lose.
Yeah, he can't lose. You know, I'm fine. I mean, I'm cool with Drew McIntyre being who he's going to be. But I'm gonna tell you what I do like. I like the fact that they make it interesting. I like the fact that Braun Strowman won. I felt like Braun should have won fair and square. They need to have these they need to build legitimate opponents. Like it makes no sense where you fight Braun Strowman in this match, right? He fights Braun Strowman in this match. MVP and Bobby Lashley, they interrupt the match so that way Braun Strowman can get the win. So it makes Drew McIntyre look strong because it was due to interruption is the reason why Drew McIntyre lost, right? But then you turn around a few months later, Braun Strowman is like champion, right, so to speak, and then he fights Drew McIntyre and just runs through him in a match with no problem, no interruption. And I hate stupid stuff like that. So it's like 1 minute it was a distraction that caused him to lose. The next minute, all of a sudden, like he has this special sauce that made him win. Like a few months later. Like I hate stupid stuff like that. So I felt like Braun should have just beat him legitimately. Like just let him win. They're fighting a match, and then of course, because the whole reason why they having a triple threat match is so that Bobby Lashley can retain the title, because I know they're trying to hold out to SummerSlam, which they should do. They should have this match between Drew and Bobby at SummerSlam, and if Bobby drops the title to Drew at SummerSlam, makes sense. They should do that. But I like the fact that they're making it interesting because they're keeping Drew away from the title picture in a capacity to where they're holding out that singles match, that one-on-one match, and they need to keep doing that. And they need to start because after this triple threat match, what they need to do is put somebody else in a picture between Bobby and with Bobby rather than Drew. So that way, when it comes back around to Drew, Drew earned that title shot to fight him at SummerSlam.
Who can they put in that picture on Raw? It's like it seems like everybody's on SmackDown.
Yeah,
it does.
They can't put Bray in there right now because I don't know what they're doing with what Bray.
He's dead. Bray is dead.
He's feuding with Alexa. Well, I'm sorry, Alexa and Lily.
So what? So what is going on with this? Because like the whole Fiend versus Randy Orton. You know what? I'm gonna say this: the Fiend versus Randy Orton angle, the storyline was horrible. It was horrible. I'm sorry, I gotta say that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because for everything to conclude at WrestleMania the way it did,
that's why. That's what made it horrible.
That's what made it horrible. Like everything else was fine. Like, all right, so this is how it's gonna end. Like just a 5-minute match, and RKO, and that's it. Like, so you burned them alive. She made you throw up, some black stuff. You guys, was on a, you guys are damn near trying to kill each other all the time. And it comes down to this WrestleMania match, and this is how it ends.
A wrestling match.
Right. So, and then it's like he just continued on Raw, and she just continued on Raw like nothing ever happened. Like, all right, so we never crossed paths, or like it was just like everything just like went away, like, and they're not even revisited.
Now he's feuding with Alexa. I don't know where this is going. What's going to happen?
Wait, so Randy's feuding with Alexa?
No, Bray.
Oh, Bray. Oh, Bray's feuding with Alexa. Like
Alexa and Lily made her do it.
Okay, this would make sense. Rated RK Bro gets they continue on, but somehow they get involved in that situation.
Yeah, Bray kind of manipulates or turns Randy, or he gets inside his head. Oh, well, that's why Randy's a baby face. Remember, everybody that the Fiend crosses turns.
Yeah, that's true, too. You're right about that. Yeah, they
thought about that. So Randy
do have like a different. They do change after they feud with the Fiend. You're right about that, though.
Yeah, that is true. Sheamus in his United States title. I'm sorry, guys.
Who do you see him losing it to?
Whoever not want to see him with that belt. I don't want to see him on TV at all. Who do I see him losing it to? Yeah, I can't even tell you, man. Roberto Carrillo, but I would love to see that. But I would just love to see Matt Riddle take the belt back off.
The only one that hates Adnan, the commentator, Adnan Vernon, or whatever the hell.
Oh man, the guy on Raw, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna start on commentary because he's anybody.
And just the thing, you got Jay. You could see the tension. Like I felt the tension. They do pay-per-views and they do backstage conversation. Like I could just feel the tension. And JBL, not so much on Rosenberg's behalf, but on JBL's behalf. Like JBL has like this demeanor towards him. Like what are you doing? JBL's an idiot backstage. Like I think Rosenberg would be perfect. I think it'd be perfect.
Rosenberg be the
talking. So I couldn't like some moments I can't tell them apart because their voice sounds similar. But Byron's pretty good.
Yeah, but like I said, the other commentator, like it's just his voice. It's just like I don't think it's something we'll get used to. Like so remember when Howard left and came back and they had the versions of intros theme. And for 3 weeks, 50 was like, yo, I'm not changing it. After the 4th week, he was like, nah, people was doing so much backlash, so he changed it. That's at this point, I wouldn't even care if you bring Jerry Lawler back. But this guy, he's making it hard to watch. I'd be like, oh my God, what's he talking about?
And just think, we could have had Samoa Joe.
Right.
We could have had Samoa Joe.
And that would have been a decent team. Samoa Joe, Byron Saxton, what you call it? I mean, easier to watch. Corey Graves.
Yeah, you know what? It's crazy because I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I didn't notice his voice too much
she's just doing this, I guess.
Hmm.
But somebody's gonna call her out or push her to the button, and she'll be like,
Really annoyed with her coming. Like now, I definitely don't like her.
Yeah, me too.
Cool, but then when she did the whole thing with Charlotte Flair, I was like back in action. Nah.
Yeah,
"Oh hell, the queen!"
Oh hell, the queen! Oh god!
Oh, and on top, also into our pleasure side, of series that's airing a best of.
Oh, best of series. Okay.
And it's by your favorite female wrestler of all time, Charlotte. I know Charlotte's up here.
Yeah.
So
Nia
Ronda
Best and
Rousey?
Ronda.
it's
What?
been a
What?
whole year's worth of matches.
A year, right? The best of Ronda Rousey. Oh my god, it should be like more like the worst of Ronda Rousey. Yo, man, they gonna show her horrible promos and oh god, her like like janky matches.
What's
You
next?
know,
Best of Sheamus is next.
oh right, right. The best of Sheamus, best of Sheamus and JBL. Oh man, what? Yo, so you mean to tell me you got people like Naomi, you got people like Sable, you got people like Trish Stratus. Do they even have a best of?
I never seen it on the network yet.
Like if they did a best of Natalia, makes sense. They did an Oscar, like nobody want to see. They do. They do.
They're gonna have Nia Jax's greatest moments next week.
Nah, they should have Nia Jax's greatest botches, man. You said what?
Should we right up there with Brie Bella?
What you mean?
With Botches?
I don't know who's worse between the two.
Oh
yeah.
Man. You sent me the.
I could probably find it.
Because if you got it, man, I want to play it. Because hopefully they don't flag the video though. Shoot, Nia Jax. Oh my God, she's dangerous. And they talked about Ryback being dangerous to work with. Oh man. That guy is gonna kill somebody in the ring. He's like, he needs to go. CM Punk was like, yo, he's one of the most dangerous workers to work with.
That's crazy though.
Oh man,
He wasn't the only one that say that, but I'm like, damn, he's that dangerous.
Yeah, but
then somebody was saying that Samoa Joe is dangerous like that.
Oh really?
Taz too, yeah.
Yeah, I heard that Vince was scared of his. They said that well, from what I read about Taz, they said that his maneuvers look dangerous. He said they were dangerous. They look dangerous, but everybody he's performed them on has never had it.
Man, they must have asked Sabu. And
well, that's
Whipwreck and
that's ECW. That's ECW.
911 with that T-bone suplex.
And they complained about it?
Nah, they just really got injured. Sabu really.
Yeah, I know he really got injured. But when he was in WWE and he was doing what he was doing, they were fine. Like no wrestlers complaining.
I think Kurt Angle was complaining. I think he almost did in that Royal Rumble match.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but his matches, his maneuvers are definitely dangerous. T-bone suplex. What's another one?
Rated, man.
Yeah, he was dope. One tiger suplex per year, one T-bone suplex per year. Like you got to plan it out like this, you know. But yeah, you can't do that every night or every week, I should say. Who else? What happened? What else happened on Raw?
I'll see you right now.
A better video?
Yes, sir.
What else happened on Raw? I don't even know what else happened on Raw.
What else? Braun Strowman, Alexa Bliss segment.
Yeah.
Mason T-Bar. Did they? First, it was a handicap match turned to a tag match. Shane. Oh, and all three. So is Rhea Ripley a heel or baby face? Because that 6-woman tag was out of nowhere. I was kind of confused.
I didn't even see it. Who she tagged with?
They fought Asuka, Naomi, and Lana. Yeah. But yeah, that was about it.
That's crazy.
All right, so yeah, so I got the video right here. Let me play it real quick, and we're gonna move on to the next. This is the video with all the botches of Brie Bella. Rewind this.
And it is more than from before, which is funny.
So before we start with the video, I'm just gonna tell you people that I don't hate Brie Bella. This is just for fun. So here are some botches of Brie Bella.
He said this is just for fun.
Oh, that was bad.
Brie Mode 2. Brie Mode. Why would you do that? Brie Mode 3.
Wow.
Oh, she fell. She didn't even touch her.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh.
God. And she held the women's title. Oh,
That was nasty.
She is not graceful. They've never been graceful wrestlers.
What?
Hold on a second, wait. I gotta rewind this. Oh my god, jeez. Wait, hold on a second. Wait. I got that suicide dive. Look at this.
Oh my god.
Wait, one more time. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Yo. Ooh. Jeez.
Wow. She didn't break her neck, man.
Yo.
And she wants to come back for another run.
Yeah, right? Come back for another one. I didn't know she was that bad. Holy
yeah, man. I didn't know she was that bad. I think me and Jay, we was talking a while back. I think I showed one of the videos, but I think I did. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was another one. I just stumbled upon that. The other one, the original one.
Right. That's the one you sent me.
Yeah.
And you was like, yo, and you hit me up in the inbox. You was like, yo, watch this. He said you thought Nia Jax is bad. And I seen the video, I was like, yo, what is going on? But it's so crazy because she had the title.
Yeah.
I understand mistakes happen, but I mean,
she had the title, that big feud with Stephanie.
Yeah. That was trash. I can't think of anything that the Bella Twins did that I actually enjoyed. Besides the thick one just coming out in short shorts. Like that's the best thing about
the and then she got skinny.
Yeah. It's like whatever. All right, so let's get into it, man. I need to know why Dolph Ziggler was never given a proper push. I need to know this, man. I gotta know, Jay.
A lot of it we know though. I think when he said wear the belt backwards, they didn't like that backstage.
Yeah, I heard they found that they took it as like disrespect or something like that.
Yeah. All right. So the article says why Dolph Ziggler was never given proper pushes, and in parentheses it says because he sucked. In the article, now like you're waiting.
Oh man, that's horrible.
All right. Dolph Ziggler is cited as being one of the top in-ring workers in the company, making sure that he give it his all and make any opponent look good in the process. However, many fans have said over the years that Ziggler is underrated and was not fully utilized to the best of his potential. Ziggler is actually a two-time heavyweight champion, having won the title back in 2011 and 2013, respectively. While speaking to WrestleZone, Mike Chioda discussed Dolph Ziggler's career and explained why he was never giving a pro long-lasting push in WWE. Ultimately, it came down to politics, and Ziggler not being able to get through the political standpoint of the company. I believe Dolph Ziggler, is getting somewhat pushed now, but there was so many years where the kid had so much good talent, and I've seen a lot of talent, and I've seen a lot of potential. and just never made it. Just didn't get through the political standpoint of the company. They kept it. They kept giving it to them and taking it back. It's hard. Ziggler has not competed in a world title match in quite some time now, with the last time being against Drew McIntyre at Extreme Rules in 2020. Ziggler is currently one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions with Robert Roode and seems content with that for now. We'll have to see whether he will get another shot at a major title in the company.
So what's the reason why he didn't get the push?
He couldn't get past the political standpoint.
And what's the political standpoint?
I have no idea. So it's whatever politics that WWE has.
I need to understand that, man.
I guess they're trying to say he's Shawn Michaels 2.0. I don't know.
Yeah, because I need to know detail. Because I hate when they like when you ask like, what's the problem? Why? Like, what's the reason he couldn't get over? And then they'll give you a reason. They'll say, oh, it's the political standpoint. Well, the politics would only be somebody backstage is hating on him. Somebody's not giving him the proper push. They're not writing the proper storylines. Somebody don't like him. So it's like, well, what is the particular thing? Like, let's get to
I think it's the McMahons. I think they don't like him.
Yeah, I heard Vince don't like. I heard Vince never seen Dolph Ziggler more than a mid Carter.
Yeah,
and it was Pat Patterson who really pushed for Ziggler. But then there are other wrestlers who pushed for him too.
Yeah, even Shawn likes him. You know, Hunter.
Shawn Michaels. Yeah. I know Triple H.
Because he looks like the son. That's why.
I know Triple H likes him.
Yeah, because he still has hair like Shawn. He has the tights, the motorcycle boot, the glove. I mean, the ponytail. Hey, why wouldn't Shawn like him?
Speaking of Ziggler, last week he wore a weave.
Yeah, you saw that, right? He had the Bianca Belair braid. I saw it.
My wife was like, what did Ziggler got in his hair? I'm like, she's like, is that a weave? I was like, I think that is a weave. Ziggler had a weave. He had a weave ponytail in his head. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like Ziggler, these shenanigans, man.
He's crying for help, man. He's crying.
Robert Roode. Listen, we're not going out there. You're not going out there like that with me. You take that shit out.
He was like, you want to look like Shawn? I got you. With the ponytail in his head. Oh man. But I know Triple H likes him because otherwise Triple H would have never had that match with him on Raw when Triple H had the heavyweight belt. Because top competitors can choose who they want to work with. Yeah. And I was like, I forgot he worked with Ziggler. And then they put Ziggler over. So
right, and then when he was the sole survivor at Survivor Series, team, I thought he was gonna push him after that, but
yeah, and like because after the sole survivor, like they started to do a little angle with him where he fought with I think like a little, they tried to push him a little bit, and then later on it kind of culminated to him having that match with Triple H on Raw. Yeah, but then after that, it just never went anywhere. I'm like, what are they doing?
They don't know.
I didn't know what these politics are. Like, I didn't know what these particulars are. Like, how bad could it be? Because, you got people like The Miz getting kicked out of locker rooms for eating fried chicken on people, dropping fried chicken crumbs on people's bags. For forever because of that stupidity. Not Ziggler, The Miz. They kicked him out the locker room and all that, made him eat in the bathroom.
Yeah, he had to change in like a public bathroom or something like that.
Yeah. Oh man. Wow. So they need to. All right. So Andrade's departure, WWE departure. So what was the deal with Andrade?
Oh, let me try to find the article. 1 second. I should have been on top of it. Shawn Michaels regrets my retirement. We'll talk about that next week. Hold on, where is it? It's here somewhere. Okay, boom. Andrade says conversation with Randy Orton convinced him to quit WWE.
Okay, but he already quit though, so it's too. But it was earlier on, prior to him quitting.
Right. So All right. So the article states, former WWE superstar Andrade asked for his release from WWE earlier this month due to not being utilized on WWE television for many months. While WWE initially denied him his release, they granted it last week. While speaking to Lucha Libre Online, Andrade talked about him being released from the company. Andrade revealed that when Randy Orton once asked him why he wasn't being used on television, Andrade simply had nothing to say. This ultimately led to his decision to leave. A lot of people treated me well, Drew too, and Randy Orton. Randy would ask me, why aren't they using you? I don't know what to say and didn't know what's going on. After that, I made the decision to leave. Andrade didn't have a 90-day non-complete clause after his release from WWE, so he is free to go to any promotion. We'll have to see what is next in store for El Idolo. El Idolo. Well, I know he was posting pictures with him and the Queen smacking cheeks.
Yeah. Oh, clapping cheeks, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I say bring back Andrade and get rid of Charlotte.
Yeah.
Well, don't get rid of Charlotte. I don't want to get rid of her. I still want her there. She's a good competitor. I want them to bring back Andrade. So I take back what I said about Charlotte. But they need to bring back Andrade. They need to minimize Charlotte's role a little bit, and then gradually bring her back into the main event picture. You know, I want to see Rhea Ripley fight other people besides Charlotte Flair for like 6 months. You know,
make it a year.
Yeah, right. Make it a year. Right, exactly. Build it up.
You know?
It's like you don't have to keep putting titles on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like even the way they slapped together Asuka and Charlotte, it was just like what? And then you have, huh?
Yeah, like you guys are ironically friends all of a sudden. Like, where did this come from?
Right. And then what annoys me is this is what I wanted to talk about a while back. The Iconics, man. It's like y'all starving for like female tag team talent, and you got rid of the Iconics who could have been your top heel tag team.
And they were good.
They were good. Like they weren't the best wrestlers in the ring, but they had good enough promo work and good enough characters to work with to be top heels. They were fine. They were fine where they were. You know, it was like
I feel like release date or what they call it, Black Tuesday, whatever it is, Black Wednesday, whatever day it is. I feel like they should like really evaluate talent and not release superstars based off money, but based off talent. Like, all right, well, you suck, so let's just get rid of you, or you know, because you release people that you're not using, but it's not their fault that you're not using them.
Yeah. I mean, you know, but I like it. I mean, that's true. And then also, it's like you got rid of Iconics, right? But then you got Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, who are like, why are they there? Like Mandy Rose is there because of her body. You know what I'm saying? That's it. She's horrible on the mic. When she had the opportunity to have that great feud with Sonya Deville proved she could be a women's champion. Period. She proved her mic work was off the chain. I was like, yo, this girl is killing it. She was crushing it. And then I'm like, all right, so Sonya Deville is not a wrestler anymore. Now she's doing, you know, this general manager work. I want Sonya Deville to be back in the ring, do her promo work. You know what I'm saying? To continue doing her promo work and do her matches. You know what I'm saying? Sonya Deville just needed better matches with other people. But other than that, her promo work was dope. And Mandy Rose just showed like why you hit like Mandy Rose is just the face. You're just the face. Like there's nothing spectacular about you but your body and your face. Like that's it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you can get that anywhere. So it was nothing really. And I'm like, Dana Brooke, like, why is Dana Brooke even there?
I don't even know.
What does Dana Brooke do?
She does the flip with the muscle.
Oh my God. Man. I'm like, yo.
You got a good pose.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think some of these female wrestlers are topping off some of these officials backstage, man, for real. I think that's what's going on, man. I think they have some backstage shenanigans with some of these guys in writing and and you know they sleeping with somebody because it just be like, yo, why is she here? Why is she still here? Like Dana Brooke don't do nothing, Mandy Rose don't do nothing. Like this is there, and then I'm looking at the Iconics. They had a great angle. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was adorable. I was like, I like these guys. They were great heels. They were hilarious. They were, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't always the funniest, but they just had something good to work with, where you know what I'm saying you can attach yourself to work the fans. You know what I'm saying? And work with the fans. And it was just like you let them go, you split them up, you let them go. It was the dumbest thing ever. Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, great. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand why Lana's there because Lana's good. I understand why Naomi's there because Naomi's good. But I'm like Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, man, please. Anyway. All right. So we are definitely at the hour and 30-minute mark. We are 2 minutes till, but we're gonna end it off right here. We thank you guys for joining us for another edition of Wrestling Talks and Thoughts. If you're catching us on Facebook Live, hit the comment section below. Give us a thumbs up. If you're catching us on Facebook, give us a thumbs up. That helps the algorithm on YouTube. So that way, our videos will be more suggested to other wrestling fans or people interested in wrestling. But please comment in the comment section below. Join us next time we go live next week on Monday, or join us on Sundays before pay-per-views when we go live to talk about pay-per-views. But we will see you guys next Monday as we go live to talk about NXT, SmackDown, and the Raw, of course. But yes, we are signing off. I am your host, Saheem the Dream.
And I am your Wakanda leader, Apollo Cruz.
Cesaro section, man.
Yes, sir. And we will see you guys later. Peace.
Wakanda forever.